Okay, today I'm going to show you the Atlas Universal Cruise Control system that I'm going to fit to my Honda Africa Twin. As the name suggests, it is universal. They make it to fit pretty much every bike. There's a few exclusions, like some certain bikes with heated grips, but they are trying to work around that. But anyway, this is what you get when you buy it. Made in America, shipped from America. That's what's in the box. Pull it out of here. We've got the actual unit itself. Comes in like a store-bought packaging sort of thing. And then also it comes with a sticker, the alcohol wipe, and there's these little friction pads is what they're called. I'll show them in a sec. There's a couple of different sorts in there, but I only need one type for the Africa Twin. So anyway, let's have a look inside the actual packaging. Open it up. As you can see, it shows you a few examples of how it fits certain bikes. Pretty easy. Some more stickers, installation booklet, and the little Allen key wrench and the bolt, which is all you need to install it. So you don't need any other tools. And you've got the unit itself on this card, so I'll just take that off. It comes with a spare arm, so that's to fit different styles of bike. So that's the spare arm. And then the unit itself, let's get them out. So this is everything that comes in the box, spread out a bit. You don't need all of it to fit the Atlas throttle lock to your bike. You'll only need a few bits and pieces, but it does come with everything you need to fit, which is pretty much this little Allen key and the bolt. You see it comes with the two arms. I'll be using this top one here. On the Atlas website they do list some bikes on what size arm you need and which slot here you need to hook into the throttle lock. I'll show you that when I go to fit to my bike. The alcohol pads to clean the surface, to put on one of these, they're called friction pads. Now these, hard to see on the camera, but these are different sizes, different thicknesses. For my bike it lists using the slim one and the small arm on the first notch, so easy for me to work out. It already tells me what to do. Instructions, I'm not going to use them because I'm a man and I've seen them online, so I don't need them, but it does come with them. And of course a couple of stickers if you want to put stickers all over the place. I usually put one on my bike and on my toolboxes. The unit itself, very well made. It's nice and sturdy and it's all metal. So how exactly does this work? Well, once it's attached to your handlebars, you got this button here which you'll push, and you'll see this flap here pushes out, and that goes up against your switch gear. And then you just push that in to disconnect it. Probably take a little bit to get used to the operation, because it's not just push in to deactivate, you can sort of push down a bit. So push in to activate, push down to deactivate. And that's what the prep pad's for, is cleaning off that little surface there, to put on one of these little pads in the right spot. So very simple, very well made. I expect this to pretty much last as long as the bike does. Okay, now we've got a bit of pre-assembly to put on the bike. I've taken away everything I don't need to put it on the bike, so it makes it look a lot simpler. So I've got this arm here. Now it goes on, according to the website, this first notch here, and it is the smaller arm. So up in the top here there's a little rivet that goes through. Slide that in. So that is now on the first notch in there, so that's on. I'll leave that loose, that'll go over the bar. So now I need to clean the reverse side where that little flap is. So to get a good adhesion to the surface, take the little wet wipe and just clean that. Also helps to have clean hands when you're doing it too. And the idea is to not touch that while it dries. It dries really quickly. It's alcohol based. Now for my bike, the Africa Twin, it says to put the small one on. You can see that's very, very thin compared to, say, this other one that's a lot thicker. So it comes with heaps of spares, so don't worry if you mess it up the first time. Then you want to place, if I can get it off, you want to place the friction pad as far out as possible to give it the best leverage, so without trying to touch it. And that's on there now, so I'll just compress that down a bit. Now this is what makes it universal. There's different sizes for different bikes. So now that is on. That is not moving anywhere. So now it's time to actually install it on the bike, and that should be a 30-second job if I wasn't filming it. Okay, now sorry for the weird angle, but it's the best I could get. This is the throttle side of the Africa Twin, obviously. Now to put it on, you need to roll back the grip just a little bit. You can see the throttle tube. Now see there's like a groove there that sticks out on the throttle tube. The Atlas throttle lock needs to sit inside there. So on the switch gear side of this little ridge that's on the throttle lock, on the throttle tube. So all you need to do is, with everything in the right position, slide it over into there, and then you get the small bolt that comes with it. Use the Allen key that comes with it. Now I'm just going to do this up gently, and then I'm going to sit on the bike and work out where exactly I want this to sit. You want it to be able to be reached in a comfortable position. You don't want to have to move your hand to turn it on and off. So that's nearly tight there. So that's where it's going to sit. Just a little bit. I reckon there's going to be a good spot where I don't have to move my hand up or down to place it on. And of course I can easily adjust it again later on if it's not what I need. So I'm happy with where that is. Just going to tighten this down. It doesn't need a hell of a lot of force. Good, so doesn't move, and I can just roll that back and done. It's a more OEM look than some of the other options out there. Not 100%, but does look a hell of a lot better than pieces of plastic and arms that touch the brake lever and stuff. So then yeah, that's activated, that's off. So see, that's on, and click, it comes off. Now if it is on and for whatever reason you can't disconnect in time, you can override it. It's not like it's 100% locked, it just has to overcome the throttle cable springs, which isn't a hell of a lot of force. So yeah, it's on there, doesn't get in the way of me touching the auto manual button on the DCT version. Of course, if you've just got the normal Africa Twin without DCT, there's only really 2 buttons on here, so you can still reach all them. No dramas on the way. And off. Nice and easy, nice and simple, doesn't stick out too much. So yeah, I'll have to go and take it for a ride and test it out.